Back with more Buffy. This is episode 15 of season 4, and I'm so excited. It's been ages, I feel like, since I've watched Buffy. I think I just did like 4 episodes of Angel in a row. And that's just the thing with the watching order that I'm going by. You're gonna kind of have to get used to like there being chunks between both shows. And I quite like that because it kind of gets me really hyped to watch the other show when I've kind of gotten in the flow of watching like 4 Angels in a row or whatever. So yeah, it's been a little while since I've watched Buffy, and I'm very, very excited to get back into this season, see what's going to happen next. And I've got 5 episodes of Buffy to watch now before I get back to Angel. So this will be taking us up to episode 19, I think, before I'm back at Angel. So quite a big chunk to get through. But I'm so excited. Last episode was really interesting as well. We kind of got a proper introduction to Adam, who I'm assuming is going to be like the major threat for the rest of the season. Riley was going through some shit. You know, they'd all been drugged all this time by Walsh and everything, and he was kind of being weaned off them almost. And Spike was like a bit of an outcast in the demon community now, because apparently he's friends with the Scoobies, which I quite like the idea of. So yeah, I'm really, really excited to see what's going to happen next. As we delve deeper into the season, what threat Adam's going to pose, and just where they're going to go with this rest of this season. So yeah, very, very excited to get back into Buffy. I've been missing my Willow, my cinnamon roll. So I can't wait to catch up with her and everyone else, really. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it.
What? Clean sheets. Like summer. I wouldn't know. Right? I forgot. I noticed.
Oh. So is that Buffy's dream or Faith's? I'm so sad she's back. I was hoping she'd come back. I mean, if you're in a coma on a TV show, you're either getting killed off or you wake up. And she wasn't dead. Yes! I'm so fucking excited.
Here it is, the latest in state-of-the-art combat technology.
That my boyfriend is locked away, and I'm not helping.
Oh!
Maybe Giles has a point. I mean, Riley is the top gun guy. The initiative has all of those brainwashy behavior.
I mean, I gotta give him props for trying to fix it.
Even tell me you're headed to a girlfriend of yours. Got you. Riley here is about to explain why he's leaving us so very quickly.
I don't.
Because you're a dick.
Because I don't have to. Nonsense.
Whoa!
Now eat your sandwich. Hey there, little fella.
Don't eat it.
I don't know where you belong. Who wants cheesecake?
Me! No! Oh! Oh boy.
I told you I had.
She did not want cheesecake. I like how Faith sees Buffy as like the villain. Oh! Guys. Oh! That's, interesting.
I've never seen anything like that.
Question.
Tell me what you think
Well,
about
hiding
me.
in a cab.
We were pretty worried about you there for a while, mister.
Me too. Hey, look, I know my behavior was pretty out there.
Forget it. Tell you what, you two.
I like how kind of like the 2 antagonists we have are like Adam and Faith. The connotations with those 2 names, like religion and stuff. Yes! Okay. I'm so hyped. Isolated all over again.
Lots of students died. The principal, the mayor. I really think maybe I should get you some help.
She has stunning eyes. I don't know why I've never noticed before.
You know, I never stopped thinking about you.
Oh. She's wearing that girl's jacket.
Well, I had it. I think we're being watched.
I don't know.
Yeah, by me.
Does the initiative do that? I know how you feel. Giles used to be part of this council. And for years, all they ever did was give me orders.
Ever obeyed them?
I like that parallel
Sure.
with those 2.
I don't even know what my way is.
Well, it's time to find out.
I did it my way.
I'm looking for brainwashy chips in your head.
Yeah.
Finding any?
Not sure. But I should probably keep looking just in case. You've been strong long enough, Riley Finn. And in the meantime, you are gonna stop torturing yourself.
Sure about that?
Faith will probably torture you instead when she finds out about you.
Another woman, unconscious and badly beaten, and she's been stripped.
Yeah, she didn't kill her, so that's something. I mean, badly beaten's not great, but...
It's happened. Send the tip.
Oh shit. Do you not have CCTV? All these groups of people, then there's just Faith on her own. Even just wearing the red shit's like an outsider.
Needs to charge up a while.
Okay. What's he charging up for?
Based on the clues on the killing spree. Right now. Hey, how'd you do that?
Instructions lying around somewhere?
Oh shit.
Well, if she did, they're gonna be in the initiative.
I don't like this.
It's for you.
Oh, this is gonna be about Faith.
No one knows where she is.
I'd say this qualifies for a worst timing ever award.
Yeah.
What do we do?
Well, we have to find her.
What about Adam?
I'd hate to see the pursuit of a homicidal lunatic get in the way of pursuing a homicidal lunatic.
Well, Faith's not exactly low-profile girl. Maybe she does, and she's sorry, and she's alone hiding somewhere.
I like that she's willing to accept that as a possibility.
Thought about.
Who's Faith?
I was gonna say, he has no fucking idea.
I'll tell you, if I were her, I'd get out of Dodge post-hasty.
She's there.
You're not me.
Oh. Oh, that was easy.
Faith, these are innocent people.
No such animal. I had a dream this self-righteous blonde chick stabs me, and you want to know why?
You had it coming.
That's one interpretation, but in my dream, she does it for a guy. Try it red and you lose an arm.
Oh, shit.
I wake up to find out that this blonde chick isn't even dating the guy she was so
that's
nuts about before.
But you still mouth off about things you don't understand.
Oh, shit.
I guess somebody knows you're here.
Oh! Oh, God. She's so cute.
Look who's talking.
See you around.
What do we do if we find her? Run, flee, maybe skedaddle. We're not here to engage. And as far as fighting, I'd be lucky to bruise her fist with my face.
Oh. What? Face punching. I'm not so good with the whole
Swimming?
violence. 5 by 5. 5 by 5. 5 what by 5 what?
See, that's the thing. No one knows. Buffy can handle Faith and...
She just say a lot of stuff like that, particularly in the dreams. The little LED lights and the laser gun.
Tell you what I'll do then. Head out, find this skull, tell her exactly where all of you are, and then watch as she kills you.
Yeah.
Can't any one of your damn little Scooby Club at least try to remember that I hate you all? Just because I can't do the damage myself.
What is this?
I got a little remembrance from him.
Hello. Oh. Well.
Hello, Faith. I'm on some jumbo monitor in the Richard Wilkins Museum, surrounded by a bunch of kids sitting Indian style and looking up at my face, filled with fear and wonder. Hi, kids. But the realist in me
Oh.
tends to doubt it.
She really does look up to him.
Now, Faith, as I record this message, you're
It's interesting that he even recorded this just in
and the
case.
doctors tell me
He
that
seems
you
so
might never wake
confident.
up. Once I'm gone, your days are just plain numbered. Now I know you're a smart and
Charming.
capable young woman. When you've been around as long as I have, you make friends, and some of them forge neat little gizmos like the one you're holding right now. And here's the good news. just because it's over for my Faith doesn't mean she can't go out with a bang. I think you're holding out on me.
Riley, this isn't a joke. Okay, there's a criminally insane woman out there.
If you tell him, he won't take it as a joke.
Who thinks that I'm responsible. Hi, Joyce.
Oh no. Oh dear. No, 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 no. I haven't seen Joyce in ages.
How do I look?
Psychotic.
I was shooting for sultry.
Actually, I was thinking my daughter is going to kill you soon.
That fact.
More like a bet.
Whoa.
Oh.
You got a pair on you, Joyce.
Yeah, she
I
got
like
some
seeing
fire.
that woman your age. Buffy Summers, Buffy Summers, Buffy.
Oh.
She hasn't been by in a while, huh? And you'd think, with a crazy chick like me.
Oh, Joyce.
Crazy chick with a wicked grudge against her, no less. It's like you just keep sinking a little deeper every day, and nobody even sees.
Were you planning to slit my throat anytime
That's
soon?
literally what happened to Faith
Don't
last
tell me you
season.
don't see it, Joyce. I mean, you're her mother, and she just leaves you here to die.
Oh, shit. Oh! Okay, crash through the window, not the door.
Hi, honey.
Like how last time they were having a fight, it was kind of like Willow was in Joyce's shoes. There's always like someone just watching. Ooh.
Hello, Rupert.
Oh shit. What is it?
She's their problem now.
You sure you're okay?
5x5.
Oh shit, did they switch body? Oh no! 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 Oh fuck. I have to go out to dinner now. I love that episode, it's so good. I can see why people were excited for me to get to that one now. Man. Faith. I mean, I thought she'd be back, because she was just in a coma. If they were just going to kill her, they'd have killed her. But she was in a coma, so I was like, okay, she'll wake up at some point. I didn't exactly know when. I didn't think it was going to be this season, because everything with the initiative and Adam started happening. I was like, okay, well, that's going to be the big focus. But then Faith popped up. I mean, I'm over the moon, because I love Faith. I think she's such a complex character, and I love how Eliza kind of plays her. She has so many interesting layers to her and stuff like that. I loved her arc last season. I thought she was so interesting. And someone sent me a book. I think it was Bellatronics. Someone sent me a book in the PA box. If you haven't watched those videos, it's kind of detailing a lot of her backstory and stuff, written from her point of view, like her diary. And I really found it very interesting, and it was really cool to learn a bit more about her in that sense, and really get a sense of what happened to her. You know, kind of adding on to what had been alluded to already in the show, like dead mother, stuff like that. So yeah, having Faith back's awesome. I'm really glad that she popped up again. So it's ended on to be continued, so we'll definitely get her in the next episode. I don't know how long she's sticking around for, especially when the mayor was saying like, your days are numbered without me. That kind of makes me nervous, because I don't want them to like get rid of her. But I kind of would have liked a redemption arc. I mean, there's still time to do that, but I can kind of understand her wanting for vengeance and stuff. I mean, she did a lot of wrong last season, for sure. She made a lot of mistakes. But I think we can't forget that a lot of people failed her as well. And they kind of talked a bit about that as well, in a sense. And that's one thing I find particularly interesting about Riley's role in the episode. I liked that he kind of just walked away from the initiative, kind of left all that behind. I thought that was really cool, and he's not really sure about his place in the world, where he fits in, what he does. He's kind of like the outcast, and I like how they kind of did that with him. And we also had Faith show up in this episode, and she is very much feeling like that too, very isolated, kind of like she was a lot last season. It's still happening to her. And yet Riley's kind of lost without a place, and Buffy's trying her best to help him through it, and the rest of the Scoobies are including him in their group, which they didn't do with Faith last season. And that was kind of part of Faith's downfall, I think, last season. So with that whole thing, I think Faith failed the Scoobies, but the Scoobies failed her in return. So it's not like one person you can just blame for what happened last season. So I like they kind of can bring her back, so they can kind of re-explore that whole thing, because it wasn't tied up in a neat bow with like Faith being in a coma and Buffy stabbing her and stuff. So I'm glad that they kind of have revisited that, because I think it's such an interesting story, and I can't wait to see where they go with it, given that ending. Like, holy shit. But yeah, I liked what they were kind of doing in terms of paralleling Riley being welcomed into the group versus how they didn't really do that with Faith last season. So have they learnt from Faith? And that's why they're being a bit more welcoming to Riley? I don't know. Because they know that Riley was kind of part of this evil organisation, if you will, that they didn't approve of. And they've still welcomed him. Yet with Faith, they didn't really have any reason not to welcome her at first, but they just didn't. So I think that's kind of interesting. And I wouldn't say they completely learned their lesson from that. And that's why they've accepted Riley into their kind of clan. Because they're still treating Faith kind of the same way they did before. But again, I can understand that because of the stuff Faith did. But yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. Like Riley, the outcast, but being accepted. Faith, nothing's changed. And then also the parallels between Buffy and Riley in their relationship. When Buffy was kind of talking about how she used to take orders from the council when she left them. And Riley's used to taking orders from the initiative as well, and he's kind of left as well. So I like the parallels between those two. And Riley's being willing to, like, even if he's not like fit for action just yet, he still wants to help, and I really liked that. I thought that was really cool of him to say. He's so willing to help, and it was cool him being like the outsider who didn't know who Faith was and didn't know really anything about her. In a similar vein to Spike was, but obviously they handled that information very differently. So yeah, I really liked the kind of parallels going on with that. I liked the mention of Adam. Obviously we didn't see him in this episode, but we saw like things he'd been doing, which is like that demon thing. So I'm glad that they kind of continued to mention him, and that he has a presence in the episode even though we don't actually see him. Because, you know, he looks a bit ridiculous, let's be honest. So it's kind of cool that they're kind of building up that threat, but he doesn't need to be on screen to do it, and that's pretty cool. So he's still out there, but obviously they got a bit distracted in this episode, quite rightly, with Faith. Then we had those people, you know, appearing to Giles at the end. Are they from the council? They sounded kind of English. So maybe that's who they are. Now that they learned Faith's awake and stuff. Because the nurse called someone, so I assume she called them. So there's a lot going on with that. So we'll see what they get with all of that. I also love seeing the mayor pop up. That was cool. Both in the dream at the start, well, near the start, and that video he left for Faith, which I think was a very interesting thing as well. That he like kind of had these seeds of doubt in his mind that he wasn't going to succeed. So when I watched season 3, I thought he was so confident he was going to succeed, but clearly he had those moments of doubt because he made that video. He was like, you know, there's a chance that I may not succeed, and just in case, have this body swap device. So it was cool seeing him again because, you know, he was a very interesting part of last season, and the dynamic between the mayor and Faith I thought was very interesting as well. Like the look of almost love in Faith's eyes when she saw him on that video. The one good relationship she kind of made, you know, from her point of view at least, last season is now gone because the mayor's dead. And you know, it wouldn't be easy to wake up 8 months later after being in a coma and finding out the one person you still had a connection to was dead, and they were killed by the people that you were kind of fighting against for a bit of time. So it's cool seeing him pop up and him kind of bestowing this gift to Faith. We'll see exactly how they're going to explore that. It's a very interesting kind of idea that they've swapped bodies. I quite like that. We'll see what happens. Because obviously they're just going to take Faith away, not knowing it's Buffy. And I wonder if Giles could be maybe the one to realise that they've swapped bodies, because that'd be a nice parallel to A New Man a couple of episodes ago, where Buffy realised that Giles was the demon. I know it's not exactly the same thing, because it was still Giles' body that had been transformed, and they've swapped in this circumstance. But it would be like an interesting parallel if that's what they do. But who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But I love the idea of them like swapping bodies and kind of exploring the dynamic between Buffy and Faith, which was one of my favourite things about last season. Because I love how season 3, Buffy was kind of talking about at one point Faith kind of stealing her life. She's like, no, she's stealing my friends, stuff like that. And she even tried to steal the angel from her near the end of last season. And now she kind of quite literally has stolen her life because she's stolen her body. So that's very interesting to see what they're going to do with that. And it allows Faith to get closer, even closer to the people Buffy cares about and really hurt them. So I'm kind of nervous about that. But we'll see where they go with it. So yeah, them continuing to explore the Buffy and Faith dynamic, I think I'm always going to eat that up because I think it's just so interesting. And I can't wait to see what they do with that now that they've swapped bodies and get to live each other's lives. Maybe that will allow them to understand each other a bit more. We'll have to wait and see. So yeah, Willow was adorable, helping out in the fight with Faith. I liked Xander desperately trying to fix that gun and getting a bit electrocuted. That was really funny. I actually found myself kind of missing Anya, or Anya, should I say, because she didn't show up. So I suppose that's a positive thing to say about her character, that I missed her in this one. And yeah, Spike was funny. He found out about Faith and that she's about, and he was like, oh, if I see her, I'll send her your way to kill you. That's kind of funny. Just reiterating that he's not really on their side. But I'm hoping he will be soon, because I really want to see him like be friends with everyone. And that was cool seeing him pop up very briefly. Same with Tara. She was in a scene. That fighting thing, that was funny. So she's continuing to be a presence and a friend for Willow, so that's kind of interesting. So we'll see where they go with her character, because she didn't really have a lot to do in this one. But yeah, I think that's basically everything I wanted to kind of recap and say. I'm just really excited that Faith is back. And I can't wait to see what they're going to do in the next episode, given how they ended it, this one. Oh, Joyce, actually. Joyce showed up. She hasn't been in ages, I feel like. When did we last see her? She hasn't really been in this season a lot, and I can see why, because Buffy's at college, obviously, so she's not really at home a lot. But I've missed her, so I'm glad she popped up. And I love that she just took no bullshit from Faith. I thought that was really cool. And she had this belief that Buffy would come and save her, and she did, and that was awesome. So I love that little moment with them as well. And yeah, the whole dream sequences, I like how they kind of talked about how they didn't understand some of the things they said, because I don't. Like some of those weird things that she says in like the dream sequences, I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? I assume it's like foreshadowing and shit that I'll understand later on. And then they kind of planted the seed with the 5x5 thing in this episode, because it was kind of how they revealed that they'd swapped bodies at the end, so that made a bit of sense. So yeah, I kind of like how they did that as well. Very interesting. I just really love how complex Faith is, and I'm really glad they kind of have brought her back. I hope they do a lot more with her in the future. I do kind of want a redemption arc for her. But I also want that for Spike. And will they give everyone a redemption arc? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So yeah, I like Faith coming back and how they used her and the dream sequences and stuff as a process of her waking up from the coma, and how in those dreams, because everyone's like the hero of their own story, she saw Buffy as like the villain with the knife. She had a very kind of different presence. She had her hair tied up, which I know she does that quite a lot, but I don't know, it kind of gave her like this really menacing kind of appearance. She was dressed in dark colours. So yeah, that was pretty cool how they did that, because Faith truly believes like she's the innocent victim in all of this, and she definitely has been wronged, but she's done bad things herself. And I think you can say the same for Buffy as well. So it's a very interesting, complex situation, which is why I'm very excited to see them kind of explore life in each other's bodies in the next episode and what is going to happen with that. I think that could allow them to maybe understand each other a bit more. We'll have to see what happens with that. I'm very, very intrigued and very excited to carry on. So yeah, great episode. I loved it. So glad Faith is back. Some great kind of character moments with her, and seeing the mayor again was a nice little throwback. I love the parallels they were doing between like Riley and Faith and how they were treated, and Buffy and Riley and their kind of backgrounds, like taking orders. Yeah, speaking about Adam, Joyce showing up again was great. We haven't seen him in ages. So yeah, great episode. Loved it, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. And until my next reaction, thanks for watching.